to have a difficult time speaking in front of people. Giving any type of speech would get my adrenaline pumping, my hands sweaty, and my face red. In school, I would do whatever I could to either get out of speaking or to do the bare minimum for a passing grade. There were 2 instances of speaking in school that I remember vividly, both in English class. In 9th grade, everyone was supposed to memorize a portion of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. I hesitated over which character I would portray, and in the end I chose to do a section of Friar Lawrence's. I spent hours committing this section of the play to memory, and I had most of the lines memorized. Enough for a passing grade anyway. But when the day came and it was time to give our dramatic speech, I could only remember a handful of the lines. The deer in the headlights look is a good description for what I felt like. Wide eyes, blank stare, nothing coming out. My face was red, and not only that, I got my first encounter with uncontrollable muscle spasms and twitching in my cheeks. It was less than pleasant. The next speaking engagement I remember was in 11th grade. This was a round table, rapid fire, random topic ordeal. Everyone in the class sat in chairs in a full circle. The teacher would call out an individual to a single chair in the middle of the circle, give them a topic, and you were supposed to speak on it for 1 minute. I again got red in the face, had sweaty palms, and my cheeks started twitching. I'm not sure I talked 10 seconds. I may have been sitting there for 10 minutes. Time is funny when your mind stops working. By this time, others noticed my twitching cheeks, which only added to my hesitation to speak in front of crowds. However, as I moved into college in my early 20s, my confidence got a huge boost. I got more comfortable in my skin, more grounded in what I believed, and more bold in sharing my opinions. At community college, right after high school, I had to take a group discussion class. It was basically a speech class, but instead of giving a speech by myself, I had 4 other students in my group. It helped that one of them was my roommate and the other a close friend. A couple of years after that, I became a youth leader at my first church and would give short sermonettes to the kids. And while they were not the greatest ever written and rather dry and above their understanding, it helped me get more exposure to speaking to an audience. I have found that the more I speak in front of people, the more comfortable I am doing so. There are many statistics out there about how many sermons you have to preach before you get good, or how many hours you have to spend in a field of study before you become an expert. There are grains and maybe even boulders of truth to these numbers. I will continue to speak in front of people when I get the opportunity, even if I don't always like it or I have that anxious feeling, because the more I do it, the better I get and the more comfortable I am.